We all have things that we love. Gifts from our childhood, hand-me-downs, and treasures that have real meaning. But quite often, we just don't know what to do with them.
They're not really useful to me in any way as they are now, but equally I can't let them go.
They lie neglected in cupboards, lofts, and garages.
It's kind of just taking up a lot of space.
Not good enough to use, but too precious to lose.
I'm just not creative or talented enough to do anything with it myself.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Yeah.
Our specialist team of remakers each have a particular skill.
Well, what I'd love to do with your car is turn it into a giant feather.
Okay. And are ready to reimagine and transform.
I can imagine this would be someone's nightmare, seeing their wedding dress being ripped up.
I think it's going to work.
It's going to become something beautiful again.
I am really excited to see what you've done with it. Wow!
Oh, wow.
It's really lovely.
This is so pretty. This is really pretty.
That is seriously impressive. Takes my breath away.
Welcome to Saved and Remade. First up is Mike from Hampshire, who has brought a very large and special item to be remade. Hiya, Mike. The Ford Popular was launched in 1953 as Britain's lowest priced car. Hello.
Hi. Wow. Mate, look at this. This is awesome.
Okay.
So these are our remakers, Rob and Titch.
Hi, you're right.
Hello there. Hiya.
It gained hot rod status in the late 50s as its lightweight body was perfect for drag racing. What do you think of this?
Well, it's much bigger than originally.
Yep.
Yeah, it's longer than usual.
3 foot longer and a foot wider.
When did this car first come into your care?
When I was 17.
You've had this since you were 17 years old?
35 years, yeah.
Tell me a bit more about why you bought the car.
Well, what it was, my dad used to do a lot of cars when I was younger.
So did you pick up that passion through your dad?
Yeah, my dad was the one I got it all from. So, but he helped do a lot of the work on it as well.
Would you say those were some of your best memories of your dad?
Yeah.
Mike and his dad spent many hours working on the car. But unfortunately, this passion project was never finished. Mike, what colour was it?
It was going to be white. It was always going to be a white car. That was the idea.
Would you like to see it white again?
I'd like to see it white, yeah.
So why now? Why do you think this is a good time to save this car?
It was never ever going to... I'd never going to finish it. So it was one of them projects I started, and as families and houses sort of happened, it never got done. It's just sitting in the garage rotten.
Rather than be home to a rusting car, Mike would love his garage to have a bar. But could this vintage motor be part of it? Rob, does this excite you?
I'll be gunning for this pitch, absolutely. It's kind of a dream project for me, really. Big wheels is my thing, I love that. So I'm gunning for Titch on this one.
Oh! The gloves are off, I think, Rob. OK, mate. I've got some ideas I think you might be struggling with to pitch against these, mate.
Nothing like a bit of friendly competition. Rob's first to pitch his vision of how Mike's car could be transformed into a bar.
I want to try and showcase almost every angle of the car. The front is just absolutely stunning. That big V12 in there needs to be a big part of the design. I'd love to drop a big glass top over the bonnet so you can kind of see into the engine. You can see that big V12. That gives you an opportunity to maybe have a couple of stools almost where the tyres are.
Yeah.
So you've got your bar area, you've got your table to kind of lean on.
I really like the sound of this. How are you feeling about it?
Sounds good. Yeah, the front end bar bit sounds good because you still get the effect of the V12 engine. So.
Are there any changes or adjustments you might want to incorporate?
Sounds all right. Just I like lighting that. I like lights, so lights in it would be a good thing to have some sort of lighting in it.
Titch, over to you. Can you top that?
Yes, is the simple answer.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, stand by, Rob. I want to create you the crash bar. Use the front of the car like it's punched straight through the actual front of the bar, so it's been driven through and crashed through the bar. The bonnet, that's a fantastic feature. I think I could make a open-up cabinet that opens up behind, utilising the bonnet, so it closes up like it's the bonnet. And you just said you like lighting, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to light this. We're going to light it up. Boom! Like Blackpool. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Mike, you're really not giving much away. I can't read you.
Yeah, I think it's a very good idea. I like the idea of the bit behind with the bonnets opening as a bar, sort of, you know, the optics and that.
Well, Mike, it's decision time.
That's what I have to decide now, yeah?
You got to decide right now. Are you going to take on Titch's remake or Rob's remake?
I like that one. But I think I'm going to go for Rob.
Yeah?
His design, yeah. Only because it's got the whole, still the look of the car. It hasn't lost its whole car sort of thing. It was not going to be a car driving, but it's still got that feature of the car there sort of thing.
That's
whatever
wicked.
you
Well,
do with it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, mate. I can't wait to do it for you.
That's good, because with a job this size, you better get cracking.
Well, that's a good start.
As the car is rammed full of parts, Rob's first job is to clear it out.
At least it's got no roof, so that's pretty good for getting stuff in and out. OK. That looks like passenger side wing. One thing's for certain, though. The scale of this job is vast. I'm going to make sure Mike gets a well-stocked bar, and I'll be the first through the door to get served, I think.
Once the car is cleared out, the real work can begin.
This is where everything's going to happen. This is the heart of the bar. It's the heart of the car, the engine, this big V12 that Mike was so keen to have on display. Best way to display it for me, glass. So I've found this amazing old dining table that's just going to go straight over the engine bay. Titch, yeah. Can I borrow you, mate?
Yeah, dude.
So I picked the table up, second-hand. I sourced a lot of my stuff kind of used and pre-loved. But the best thing about it was actually the leg shape. So the glass is great, but actually the legs, I'm hoping, by eye, that they're going to fit over the engine bay. Until we get it in place, we're not going to know. So if we can just hoist it up over the engine bay, mate, that'd be brilliant.
Where'd you get this from, mate? Captain Kirk's dining room?
Well, he's had a bigger one made.
Has he had a bigger one, has he?
Yeah. So, how are we looking your side?
Yeah, it's a bit high, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what? We can... I can drop it down, but I don't know if I'm going to get it dropped down enough.
Which means Rob needs to work out a new plan for the bar's glass top. And so it's back to the drawing board. Next into the workshop is Shininoa with a beautiful ornate Chinese dowry box.
Hello. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hiya.
And what have you brought along with you?
This is a traditional dowry box, marriage dowry box. It has been within our family for 38 years.
Wow.
When my mum got married.
Boxes like this were traditionally used to carry a bride's dowry to the house she was to share with her husband.
In 2013, I flew back to China to see my family before I got married. And then we had a little celebration in China, family dinner together. After that, I brought back this dowry to UK because my parents, they couldn't attend my wedding.
Okay. Shininoa has 3 girls of her own, and they love playing with what's now a makeup box. But Shininoa would like it to be something more than a family heirloom. So they all want to play with it? And
yeah.
Do they argue over it?
Oh, argue and fight.
Oh, no.
They know it's from grandma's.
Yeah. What are all the little pictures around it? I can see at the back here, I can see some like beautiful flowers or leaves.
Yeah, bamboo leaves. And the traditional painting, ancient paintings. So I would like to keep this kind of traditional elements. So it would be a nice keepsake for my children to remind them of the distant, close family in China, especially their grandparents.
So we're looking for a transformation that retains its culture. John, your work can be sometimes very simple, but also very intricate and beautiful. Which way will you go today?
I'm going to go simple. What I'm proposing to do is to transform your makeup box into 3 individual boxes, so the girls can have one each. For the first box, I plan to use the mirror above one of the drawers. For the second box, I propose to use the front doors, and the doors will have its original fixings on, and they will open like that. For the third box, I propose to use the bamboo illustration on the side. So they have 3 individual boxes, one each, no fighting, and it gives them something of their grandmothers.
Yeah, I love his ideas about transforming into 3 individuals dressing boxes. So no fighting among 3 children. This is the main point as well.
Making 3 small boxes might sound simple, but it's a lot to create from just one piece, especially if he wants to keep parts of the original.
The biggest challenge is going to be making 3 fresh carcasses that incorporate 1 element per box. One's going to have a front mirror, one's going to have the front doors, and one's going to have one on the sides. And she also wants us to use the existing hinges. This one's going to be interesting.
John takes every care to take the box apart without wrecking it.
I'm going to use a blunt chisel. I'm going to prise all the brasswork off before I start to dismantle it. The wood's quite soft, so it shouldn't really offer much resistance. These were built in China, and I think they're using a very soft wood. It's a very interesting construction where you expect to see hinges, brass hinges. There are no brass hinges. They work on a pivot. So I'm going to have to be very careful with that. They have a pin, a wooden pin, in the bottom and in the top. So the way I'm going to separate those is to actually remove the bottom from the top. Then these doors will come free. There we go. That's what I wanted. 1 pull, and then it all comes to pieces. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. There we go. Lovely. Perfect.
John's using plywood to create 3 new boxes. Each one will have one of the drawers from the original.
What I plan to do is use this piece of ply for the base, then using the scrap from the original assembly to act as guides. So where possible, I'm using part of the original box.
As John divides Shininoa's box into 3, across the workshop, former Commando Titch has his hands on a dainty item.
It's actually quite a nice thing. I remember my nan bringing out her coconut macaroons on one of these.
The item that I've brought in is a silver-plated, 3-tiered cake stand, which my parents bought in 1967 in Benghazi. My dad was in the Royal Signals and he was stationed out there.
Although the cake stand has seen better days, it's played an important part in Pauline's life.
My parents quite often used the cake stand as a centrepiece on tables when they were entertaining. At one point, the cake stand was put in a hallway. Dad, when he came home of an evening from work, would chuck his keys and his change onto the cake stand. So you'd have this ka-ding as his change and keys landed in it. It would mean a lot to me to have it as an everyday item that could be used. There's an emotional connection to past life, and it's a way of celebrating my parents' lives as well.
It's now time for Titch to work his magic.
Now, I've had a couple of ideas, some better than others, I'll be honest. I don't know, a little bit of a wee willy winky candlestick holder. That's not really going to fly, I don't think. But without a doubt, the best is to turn it into a coat hook. So utilise these hooks, bend this up, so we've got 3 hooks to put your coats on. Then use these pegs, because they're nice and solid, cut them into pieces and use them for keys. So we'll probably put about 4 key holders on the top. And then the plates themselves, we'll cut these in half and then sink them into a piece of wood. So you've got a little tray to put things like your dog lead and stuff that you keep by the front door.
And wasting no time, Titch makes a start by cutting the decorative plates in 2.
For this, I'm using tape rather than trying to measure it with a ruler. Because of the irregular shape of the plate, the way it comes up and down, I can get a much more accurate line just laying a piece of tape over and then forming it to the actual plate itself.
When it comes to cutting the cake stand in half, there are no second chances. No pressure.
That's 1. That's 2. So far, so good. And the last one. Or 3. There you go. You can see the profile of the plates now. So that is the cut that I'm going to have to put in the wood in order to slot these in so they sit out like they're only halfway through. It's like the plates are embedded into the wall. I think it'll look quite cool.
Now it's time to tackle the tricky-looking spindles that used to separate the cake tiers.
I'm not going to cut them straight down the centre, because that's the central piece, which is a big ridge. I don't want that, so I'm going to cut them each side of it. That, once I've finished off the end, will be one of your key pegs. So I'm going to take those central ridge out. So that is the piece. I want them all to be nice and the same, so I'm just going to take that central ridge out of these ones so they all match. For me, saving it for Pauline, and she'll get the use out of it. I think it's a really good thing to do. For it to be sat in a cupboard and never get any use, it's a shame, really. Once I get it up on the wall, she'll see it every day when she goes and gets her coat before she goes out. Beautiful.
Remakes are happening all over the workshop, including Rob's transformation of Mike's rusty old banger into a pop-up bar. He's persuaded Titch to take a break from his project to lend a hand.
Are you two doing any work, or are you just making loads of noise?
Noise?
What? Just noise. It's noise, isn't it?
Just noise. Oh, yeah. There we go. She's at it again.
While Titch carries on sanding off the rust, Rob's working on a new plan to make the glass tabletop fit over the engine.
What I'm doing right now is I've made some brackets to in place of the table legs. I don't really like it having kind of the square edges to it, so I'm just going around a couple of the collars that I've got from the table fittings and just going to try and shape it a little bit so aesthetically it looks a bit nicer and rather than just being slammed onto the engine.
With the brackets all attached, it's the moment of truth.
Oh, you beauty. Mate, that's sweet. That fits an absolute treat, doesn't it?
I think it looks better not having the big chrome legs as well.
Yeah. And not having that engine polished up.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so much chrome you can have on a car.
Exactly.
It's a bit wonky, that, Rob.
Wonky?
No, wonky.
Nah, it's
That's because
beautiful.
one tyre's pumped up more than the other.
It looks fab, that.
It's height
Brilliant.
adjustable by varying the tyre pressures.
Ah, very good.
Rob's nowhere near finished. Now he needs to fit 2 wooden shells for all the drinks.
Quite a process, really, trying to get this shaped and in. And, of course, I've not helped myself by using chunky timber, but it's the way I like to work, so make things hard for myself. You wouldn't ordinarily cut timber like this with a reciprocating saw, but it's what I kind of have found works best for me, really, to make some of these cuts through something as thick as this. So I'm going to try and follow this line down as best I can. Oh yeah, we're getting closer there. That's looking a lot better. Bit to trim that end, and then I think we'll see where we're at.
The second shelf is a real challenge, as it runs the whole length of the car. Getting a thick piece of timber to fit is tricky, but master craftsman Rob has a savvy solution.
So to make life much easier, I'm going to use this thinner piece of ply. I'm going to trim this to the contours of the car and use this as my template to transfer onto the big board. Hopefully, I might only have to cut this once.
The plywood is a perfect fit, so making the same cuts on the thicker wood makes a tricky job easy.
Yes, there we go. So, just like that, Mike's car bar's coming alive. I've still got a fair bit of work to do, though, so best not sit around. It's not margarita time yet.
Across the workshop, John's transforming Xinhua's traditional Chinese box into 3 smaller boxes for her daughters.
Now to build 3 individual boxes. One's going to have doors. One's going to have the bamboo in front, and one's going to have the mirror. So this is my first box. I've already assembled the pins, ready to drive home when I get the location correct. So this is a drawer surround. When I've got the drawer surround in position with the drawer flush at the front, I can then apply some pressure on the drawer and remove everything around it. Now what I'm going to do is glue and tap those into position. There we go. When that glue's dried, that'll be a nice slide fit then. So I'm happy with that. Let's see how the rest of the carcass fits. There we have the box floor, the box surround, the lid, and finally, Xinhua's mirror, which is going to be a door.
With everything cut to size, John now needs to glue and nail it all together.
Wunderbar. Glued and pinned, now ready for paint.
Back with his own project, Titch is transforming Pauline's decorative cake stand into a multifunctional item for keys, coats and coins. He now needs to tackle the legs and turn them into coat hooks.
Okay, I'm going to heat this to bend it, but I'm just marking it up. And you think, why is he marking it up? Well, a bit like a surgeon does when he's doing your leg. He doesn't want to operate on the wrong leg, does he? So he'll mark up the leg he's going to work on. My marker pen marks are disappearing. When your marker pen disappears, that's when it's getting some real heat into it. A vise is one of the most useful bits of equipment you can have in the workshop. There's so many uses for it. Using it to manipulate things, using it to hold things. I'm constantly using the vise. That and the grinder are my main tools. This is a combination of brute force and ignorance combined with a little bit of delicacy. Now I'm trying to get a nice curve in this. So what I might do is employ a little bit of the vise here. I'm going to try and use this to form it around. It's going to take some doing, but I think we might be able to use that.
Turning the cake stand legs into coat hooks is testing Titch's skills, so he's trying every trick in the book.
So what I'm trying to do here is have 2 pegs with nice curves on them that I can brace against. Look at this contraption I'm making now. I did not be expecting to be doing this. But then you adapt, improvise and overcome. A famous Royal Marine saying, that one. OK, look at that. That's not a bad curve. I might just even it out at the bottom, but I've got it where I want it. And there's your 3 hooks. Although a little bit wonky, but that's easy to straighten up. That's not a problem at all. But that'll give me 3 coat hooks. Sweet.
As Titch completes the cake stand's transformation, Pauline's arriving at the workshop to see the finished result.
I'm quite nervous about seeing the transformed item because there's always a bit of doubt that says, have I done the right thing?
So then, Pauline, the cake stand. It was a really interesting piece because I know it came from Benghazi.
Yes.
You'd mentioned that your dad used to put his keys on it, didn't he?
Yes.
So I sort of used that as a bit of inspiration for it. Would you like to see it?
Yes, please. Oh, wow.
There we go. That is your
beautiful
cake stand.
It's lovely. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. I'm glad you like it. So when I was putting it together, I thought, immediately when I saw the bottom, we could use that as coat hooks. And then the centre bits, we could use as pegs. But the little 3 tiers, I thought, I don't know whether you have a dog or anything like that, but certainly they're very useful for putting all your little knickknacks and stuff like that. So you get utility out of it. And it's not just a very rarely used cake stand.
Because it wasn't even an ornament, it was just sat in a cupboard.
Oh, there we go. Hopefully now they'll sit by your front door fireplace and you'll see it every day.
It will do. Most definitely it will.
Brilliant stuff.
Thank you so much. I love it. My parents would love it as well. They like things to have a use.
Yeah.
And this most definitely now has a use.
Will have a use.
Yeah.
Ideal. That's great.
It was unused but full of memories. Now, Titch has transformed Pauline's cake stand and it's ready for a new life in her home. One item I always wanted in my home as a child has arrived in the workshop. Daisy, I see the rocking horse has arrived.
Yeah.
Poor Ned, he's been left out in the rain. What do you make of him?
I feel like he died a little while ago.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can level him up and turn him into something functional again.
I didn't have a rocking horse, I just had the stick with the horse's head on it, and we used to gallop around the house. But I love rocking horses. There's so much character in them.
Magical, aren't they?
Ned belongs to Samantha from Stockport.
Ned's always been Ned in the family. Everybody knows him as Ned.
He's been in her family for generations.
My childhood memories with Ned is going to Grandad's. He'd be always sat in the window. Me and my brothers would have a ride on him, pulling and tugging. I want to go on first, he wants to go on first. Makes you smile, makes you happy. Ned does.
But in recent years, Ned's been shipped around from relative to relative. Loved, but neglected.
Poor Ned needs cosmetic surgery. No, he needs the full works. He's been in and out for the last 20 years of garages. He's very, very weathered. The last 12 months, he's been sat outside my daughter's static caravan as just an ornament.
And the dog even ran off with his tail. But Ned's not going to be left out to pasture any longer. Have you had any ideas?
Well, one thing that sprung to mind instantly is merry-go-rounds, carousel, the magic of the galloping horses.
Like in Mary Poppins?
Like in Mary Poppins. So I'm thinking about putting a pole through Ned, making him look like he's a galloping horse, brighten him up with a bit of colour, but I'd really like it if Ned was functional. So I think that the carousel pole could actually be a coat stand at the top.
Wow, I like that.
So he can take the guest coats, he's got his place in the hallway, he can be jazzed up with lots of colour and set him free from the rockers and give him a whole new lease of life
I love this idea. I think it's really fun, it's really magical, and it's just going to be really playful and really colourful. To begin her life-saving transformation, Daisy needs to release Ned from his rockers.
Yes. It's one rotten leg free.
The other 3 are rusted on, so Daisy asks Rob to lend a hand with his power saw.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Should we try it?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey.
Easy peasy. Fantastic. This is going to cause a hell of a lot of problems, this guy. Oh, dear.
Daisy's realising her ambitious design is going to be a challenge. Ned's in pretty bad shape.
Got to try and make this work somehow because of how much it means to Samantha. But looking at it, it's in an absolute state. I'm going to use some rot hardener and then cake him in wood filler and then paint him. But I am concerned because I feel like if I dropped him on the floor, he'd fall apart. He's very, very brittle.
Before Daisy can treat Ned's rot, she needs to sand back the paintwork. But the wood's so delicate, it requires a gentle touch.
In this case, I am having to use my fingers to try and get into the little gaps. You want to normally just use a hardwood block, gives you even pressure. It means that you take off any of the raised bits rather than kind of floating over them. All the green mould is just clogging up the sandpaper really, really quickly.
It's a tough job, all in the name of transformation. Earlier, Mike brought in a car that he's had for 34 years.
It's just sitting in the garage rotten.
Which sparked remaker Rob's imagination.
It's kind of a dream project for me, really.
Driving him to come up with a quirky idea to convert the prize car into a pop-up bar. But it's been a bumpy ride, and now Rob is faced with another dilemma.
So Mike's going to get a paint job on his trusty hot rod, but it's not going to be the paint job he was thinking he's going to get.
The mixture of rusty metal and fiberglass means it's not possible to get a seamless finish with pearl white paint. But once again, Rob has a cunning plan.
So I suppose you could say I'm going to give Mike's car a rust job rather than a paint job. And it's a bit of a dangerous technique. So the trick to this is to actually cook the paint while it's still wet.
OK, so I've gone in with the hot. I'm going to go over with the copper at a further distance, and I'm going to just spray over with some of the water. And the reason I'm going further with the copper is so you get some of that black base coat coming through. You can get a bit of an even spread across the car. It'll tie it all together as one complete project.
After more than a week of solid graft, it's final orders on Rob's pop-up bar. The finishing touches are put in place just in time for Mike's return.
Well, me and my dad worked on the car together when I was 17 years old, and if my dad was here now, he'd be well excited to see what's going to be behind them red doors.
Hiya, Mike.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Now that looks a bit different, doesn't it? Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. And you got a bit of white on it as well.
Yeah, I've tried desperately to get some white pearl on there.
Oh, that's good, doesn't it?
Mike, take a look around your flat tyre bar.
Yeah, it's still got a bit of a flat tyre.
Has to live up to the name.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I love it. Yeah, really good. I like the steering wheel, though. I like the clock on the... That's quite cool. And that spanner actually opens the bottle, does it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had to test a few hundred just to make sure, but yeah, it does work.
This has been sat in your garage, untouched, for 34 years. And it's your baby, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just couldn't let it go.
No, and you haven't chopped it up either.
Now you can finally enjoy the car, as it's now a bar.
Yeah, it's a bar. I can use it.
You can use it.
Not on the road, but I can use it. And the good thing is you can push it out of the garage in the summer and use it at the barbecues.
Hey, yeah, absolutely.
I think you're going to be quite popular with this bar, don't you?
Definitely, yeah.
No pun intended. Yeah.
I can't wait for the grand opening in the garage of it when it's in there into a bar. It's going to be cool. So I think a lot of people are going to like it.
Back in Daisy's corner of the workshop, Ned has turned a corner in his transformation from rocking horse to carousel coat stand.
I've done a lot of work on him to deal with the rot. He had some rot hardener. He's had 3 coats of a special primer, lots and lots and lots of filler to fill all of his cracks to make him nice and smooth.
Now the wood's stronger, Daisy can attempt to drill a 14mm hole through his back for the pole of the coat stand.
The one thing I've got to make sure is that I'm drilling straight at 90 degrees.
To keep her at the right angle, Daisy asks Elizabeth to be an extra pair of eyes.
So if I stand here, I can see that I'm at 90.
You need to go just slightly to there. Yeah, looking good. Here we go, final push.
There we go.
Done it.
Cool.
Beautiful.
We have a hole in the top half of Ned. So let's see. And it should be, yeah, quite nice and snug. It's hitting the bottom of the bicep, so I can't go any further. But that's a nice fit, that's good.
The perfect fit. Leaving just the base for the shoes and the paintwork to finish off.
Now that I'm getting there, and I've dealt with the rot and everything, and he's coming to be something new, something functional, something fresh, I'm starting to feel really good about the fact that I have managed to save Ned, which I didn't think was originally going to be possible.
When Ned arrived at the workshop, he was rotten and falling apart. Now Samantha's here to see Daisy's stunning transformation.
Oh my God. Oh, he's amazing.
Hi, Samantha.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh my God. Look at his tail. Is that really Ned?
It is, I promise.
Samantha, we were actually a bit worried about Ned when he first showed up in the workshop. He was wet, his tail had been nipped off by the dog.
We were indeed, yeah. I was very concerned about whether I was going to be able to treat him.
It wasn't just wet, he had rot. Parts of his neck was missing. No tail at all. And look at him now. He looks like he's just come off the merry-go-round.
That's the look I was going for.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Where will Ned live now?
He'll take pride of place in my hallway, so everyone can see him and everyone can be greeted by him.
Ned had brought joy to the family for generations. Now he can return home with a brand new purpose.
I can't believe the transformation of Ned. I can't believe that Daisy has brought him back to life. I'm so pleased.
Over at his workbench, John's busy crafting away. Earlier, Shininoa brought in a traditional Chinese dowry box to be transformed.
It has been within our family for 38 years.
John had a brilliant plan to turn it into 3 individual pieces for each of Shininoa's daughters.
Wunderbar. Glued and pinned, now ready for paint.
It's taken many hours of precision crafting, but now John's onto the final box.
So the original carcass had got these indentations cut in the bottom and in the top. So to attach the doors, I have to get them in such a position where I locate them on the bottom, find the top, and when they're both in, gently tap it down. Just a bit fiddly, because you have to get them both in right at the same time. There we go, success.
Next, John lines the boxes with red velvet to give it a luxurious finish. Inside, he's also adding some of the original box's decorative brass fittings, which he's touched up with gold paint.
It's a nice little feature. So as you pull the drawer out, you can see them in the background there.
A picture was missing from one of the doors, but when John took the box apart, he found one hiding in the lining of one of the drawers.
I'm just going to do the four corners. Now I'm going to reunite them.
With Mystery Man in situ, all that remains are the finishing touches before Chinoise's return. Chinoise's traditional dowry box was a gift from her mother when she got married. Today, she's back at the workshop to see how it's been transformed.
Hello.
Hi,
John.
How are you?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How did you get on with this one, John?
It was a challenge.
Yeah. I can imagine it's a huge challenge for you.
Yeah.
But I trust you.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah? Come on then, John. Do the honours.
Ta-da!
John's transformed the dowry box into 3 unique boxes, one for each of Chinoise's daughters, and he's handcrafted a bench for them too.
Oh, amazing. Oh, yeah, I see. Wow, look at this creation. It's like three little cuties. Yeah, look. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this exceeds my expectation. It can be kept forever. Even when they are older, still a nice keepsake for them. Wow.
So in the back of the mirror, he was used as packing.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, amazing. I didn't know it.
No, me neither.
It's a hidden secret.
Hidden secrets,
Wow,
yeah.
amazing.
There you go.
Wow. Plenty of space.
Yeah.
I love that you brought stuff in.
Yeah. I'm doing an experiment.
Oh, you wanted to test it for size?
Yeah.
See if things fit inside it?
Yeah.
John, it is amazing. There was one a box and you've transformed it into 3 really beautiful and unique individual boxes.
So cute, just cute. It's like as cute as my children, you know?
It's a fantastic transformation of Chinoise's wedding box, giving her daughters something they can each treasure forever.